Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to Empty Paradise's Cars and Collectibles. So today's video, as you saw in the thumbnail, I'm going to be opening up a lot of Hot Wheel ID cards, and I do also have some main lines as well. I do have 6 main lines here that I'm going to open up, and then I'm going to get into the ID cards. And some of these ID cards I actually bought specifically because the packages were all ripped. So whenever I bought them, they were like heavily damaged and stuff like that. So other ones though are actually in perfect condition. Yeah, that kind of breaks my heart to be able to open up all these. However, I do want to be able to bring you guys some really awesome and really fun content. I do have the Hot Wheels 6-lane Raceway, which I race cars on every single day with YouTube Shorts, so definitely subscribe so you don't miss out on any of those videos. But also, I wanted to race some of these awesome Hot Wheel ID cars. And yes, opening them up is going to be kind of difficult for me because I like to personally collect cars in their packaging. So opening them up is kind of heartbreaking to me. But it's going to be for an awesome cause because you guys are going to get some really awesome content here in the near future. And also you're going to get to be able to see some of these cars up close, the details. And a lot of them actually look really, really nice from what I've seen online. So I'm kind of excited to bust them open, especially like this one right here, the Lamborghini Centenario. This is one of my favorite cars, and this packaging is almost perfect. There's just like a little dent right there. But for me, it'll be worth way more being able to open up and actually have fun with. So definitely stay tuned. But we are going to go ahead and get started with some of these Hot Wheel main lines. And starting up first, we have the McLaren Solus GT. And this car is brand new for the main lines, but also brand new in real life. There's only 25 cars in the world that are going to be made. And I was really excited to get one to be able to open it up and race it. And I kind of wish I would have noticed that before opening it. Right there across the front fender, I don't know if you guys can kind of see that, is like some big scratches. At first I thought it was like a hair, but it's actually like a couple big scratches in the paint. That's a little unfortunate, but oh well, it is what it is. It's too late now. So here we go. We got the Solus GT, and this thing looks absolutely wild. And that front end looks crazy. The back looks even crazier with that giant wing. And even like the underside kind of feels weird, but yeah, that's a little interesting how they did that. Very aerodynamic. And yeah, that car is awesome. I was really excited for that to come out. So now we're going to definitely have it to be able to race. Next up, we got the 69 Ford Mustang Boss 302. We do have the newer version of this. Well, pretty much a newer version of the Mustang with the Falcon livery. So I wanted to be able to open up this one and race. Plus the package was a bit damaged, so I didn't feel as bad opening this one up. But that looks really cool. So now we're going to be able to have the new and the old. And also some of these, such as this Mustang and this Land Rover Series 2, are actually going to be on my website or my merch store. So there's going to be a link in the description down below. Definitely go check that out. And I have a bunch of duplicates from like the recent Q case as well as P case and a bunch of other previous cases. I also have Hot Wheel RLC, Hot Wheel Premium, and Hot Wheel Monster Trucks. So definitely go check that out. Link in the description down below. This Mustang and this Land Rover are already on my website as this video goes live. So definitely go check that out. But let's go ahead and look at this. So it feels like a metal top and metal bottom on that. So that's actually pretty cool looking. But it's obviously the Land Rover without a roof. The windshield's folded down. It even has a surfboard there that says Land Rover right across the top of that. So that's pretty cool. And then next up, we got the tuned Porsche 911 Turbo 3.6. This is a Porsche 964. And obviously it's the tuned one. And I was really excited for this to come out as well. Because earlier this year we had the tuned Toyota Supra and the Dodge Charger, and wow, this thing looks really, really cool. It actually looks just like the Porsche. The proportions are obviously like very drastic and exaggerated, but it still has like everything that the Porsche 964 has, including this giant wing there on the back, the way the taillights are, the exhaust. Even says Turbo 3.6 on the back. That is really cool. Like, I really like this, and oh, we actually have an error. So this would not have shown on the package because this side is the side that faces forward on the package. However, I just noticed that that back rim does not have the chrome on there like the front ones do. And then when you go to the driver's side, they're both kind of like that shiny chrome look. Whereas this side, that back rim is completely black. So that's kind of unfortunate that I opened up an error, but also kind of interesting that that this is an error. All right, that's kind of odd. I don't really know how to feel about that. I mean, I'm kind of excited, but at the same time, if it was one of the ones facing forward, that would have been kind of cool to have a error Hot Wheel still in the package, but oh well. Next up, we got the 1956 Corvette, and it is from the Barbie movie. I did previously open up a pink one of these, and the pink one is actually kind of quick on the 6-lane raceway, so I'm curious if this one's going to be fast as well. I assume so with the low center of gravity and everything. It probably makes it really quick, plus the full metal body. And then we have the Volvo 240 Drift Wagon. This is the car that would be the Super Treasure Hunt for the Q case and the last Super Treasure Hunt of 2023. Obviously, this one is not the Super Treasure Hunt, and that's why I'm opening it. And it actually looks really cool. Like, the color looks amazing. Plus, all the windows, I don't know if you can really see it, have like a blue kind of tint to them. So that looks really cool. And I just really like the way this car looks and the way the color just kind of pops. The license plate says slammed. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, what an interesting lineup. And then for the Hot Wheel IDs, I actually did recently order some Hot Wheels online, and a couple of them did come in already opened up. So we do have the Pagani Huayra, and that looks really nice there, and the wheels look good with that blue as well. And then because they're the ID cars, they have like that little chip in the bottom. And then we also have, I don't know the exact name of it, but I know it's like the Batmobile. But pretty much we got this was a chase kind of variant. So this did not come in a box. It came in like a normal card that was Hot Wheel ID themed. It still has the chip on the bottom. However, the tires are not the normal Hot Wheel ID tires. They're just like standard tires. So that'll be kind of interesting to see how this does on the track. But that nicer paint looks so good there. And I'm really excited to be able to get this one as well. Alright, so now we are done with kind of like the main lines and then the two open ones. We're going to go ahead and move into opening up the boxes. So first up we have the 2018 Camaro SS. And like I mentioned, this one was already damaged. So I ordered like a bundle off eBay, I believe. And, oh, it's actually, the tape's already opened on this one. So let me go ahead and slide this out to show you guys kind of how they open up there. And I'm just going to throw those boxes off to the side. Let me take this up and out. And boom, there we go. That actually looks really nice, that Camaro there. And this one's actually like the anniversary car. And I did see the real version of this like in person. They had it at the Hot Wheel Legends tour. And it was really cool to be able to see that on display. But boom, that paint, it almost feels like a Hot Wheel RLC car. The way the paint is like a really nice high quality, like a Spectraflame paint. However, it does have these special tires for the Hot Wheel IDs. I don't know if these run faster or spin better or what. But yeah, it even has like a little Hot Wheel ID logo right there. So that's really cool. Next up we have the Tesla Model S. And if you guys are interested, I will be racing these in some upcoming videos. So definitely stay tuned because I will be able to have a lot of content with all of these cars. And wow, this Model S looks absolutely amazing. The attention to detail looks really good on there. That color looks really nice. It even has like that big duckbill there in the back. Man, this thing looks really, really cool. And then we have a 70 Dodge Charger RT. So that one looks really cool. And this one, the package is pretty damaged. It does not have the seals cut. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these open. Slide this out. This one's actually quite a bit bigger than the others as well. So I don't know if that bigger car will make it a lot faster on the track, but there it is. I think this thing looks really cool as well. Got all the decals there on the side. So Speed Demons up on the front fender. It obviously has the engine sticking out of the hood. It has a really cool striping too. Dual stripes on the hood, but then you got a big wide single stripe going down the roof and trunk. But also like comparing it to, like, let's take the Camaro for example, two American muscle cars. You can see the Dodge is way bigger, so that'll be interesting racing those kind of head to head, seeing if that huge car gives it a lot of extra weight. Also, I am looking forward to running some of these against some like regular Hot Wheel cars as well, like some regular mainlines, because I do have some that are pretty quick, so I'm curious to see what would be faster. Alright, so this one, the package is in really rough shape, and I guess it's kind of taped shut. Honestly, it's already kind of destroyed, so I'm just going to go ahead and rip it all the way apart. There's no saving this packaging. It's already too far gone. Alrighty. Alright, so I forgot to show you, it's the bone shaker. And this actually is a really cool, it's made to look kind of like rusted. So that looks really nice there. I think it's cool, the different like rust spots all around. And I really love these wheels that they use for the Hot Wheel ID cars. Those look really nice, and even has like the writing on the sidewall. We'll see the bone shaker, it's like the traditional car. So that looks really cool. I really like that blue though. Like it's like a really nice shade of blue, and then like all the little rust spots. So that's really cool. Alright, next up we have the Jeep DJ Express. So that's kind of interesting. It's like a Jeep converted into a hot rod. And this is starting the Hot Wheels that are kind of in like almost perfect condition. So I did feel kind of bad opening these up. But honestly, when I was like looking into it, there were some that were like a really good deal online. And I just couldn't pass that up, especially knowing I was going to open these up and race them. Alright. So that actually looks really cool. It's almost like finished in like a Zamac kind of silver. Even says Hot Wheel ID right there. Has a really cool design on the roof and going down the side as well. It's kind of interesting that the front end sticks out like that, but it does still have the traditional Jeep grille, and that's pretty interesting. So I'm kind of curious to see how that's going to do in some upcoming races. Let's actually move it here. And then we have the Fast and the Furious. It actually doesn't say Fast and the Furious on here, which is kind of interesting. But the 70 Ford Escort RS 1600. This is actually a car that Paul Walker had in the movie as well. So I guess he drove it during some scenes. Alright, this is actually a little different than what I expected. I know you can kind of like open up the flap and you can kind of like see the car and everything. In the picture it looks dark blue, but in person it's like a really light blue. So that's actually pretty interesting. It still looks really good though. And I do like that kind of Spectra Flame kind of paint, like that RLC quality. And this car looks really good. And then they all have like that plastic base with like the chips and stuff in there. So it looks really cool. And then we have the Highway Hauler 3.0. This was actually a pretty good deal on Amazon, honestly. It was only like a few bucks, so I just went ahead and picked up this. And I just figured, why not? I'll do an unboxing at some point with a lot of cars. And this one is probably the biggest car so far. And it is actually huge. Look at that thing. And it has the Hot Wheels Legends Tour kind of theme right there on the side. And then it's the same thing on the other side, which looks really, really cool. And even has some cool stripes there on the roof. That's what the front of it looks like. Man, that's actually a really cool vehicle. I like that. Also, it's kind of interesting because these all have like a plastic base with the chip. And normally like all these have like a metal top. The big yellow portion is plastic, but then it still has like a metal frame that kind of goes down and around. So I'm curious to see how this is going to do on the track. Also the big front, kind of flat front end, I'm wondering if that's going to have some like wind resistance or what, not too sure, but we will definitely be looking forward to racing that here in the near future. Next we have a 69 Corvette Racer. And I did just see this in a, I think it was an NFT garage car, was the same kind of model. Alright, let's see, this is kind of being a little difficult. There we go. And that actually looks really cool. Got some crazy designs there on the top. And then also down the sides. So that looks really cool. Yeah, I do like whenever they make stuff like really detailed and have like a lot of just attention to detail, a lot of designs, decals, stuff like that. This one is very low and pretty wide. So I'm really curious to see how this is going to do on the track as well. Man, a lot of these cars I'm super excited to race, and you could probably tell, but obviously those are going to make for some really awesome videos once I do race all these, especially maybe I'll do like some races like racing head-to-head with like the normal variant versus the ID variant, maybe a bunch of Hot Wheel ID cars versus regular. We will definitely see coming up. Next we have the 2015 Jaguar F-Type Project 7. This one's actually in pretty good condition, so it's kind of a little heartbreaking again opening this up, but it is what it is. It'll bring some pretty awesome content for you guys. So let's see. There we go. I really like that color. It's like a nice kind of greenish color, and it has like a, I guess, yeah, a little bit, a slight hint of like on the bluer side, but still a really nice green. The stripe there on the front. Gumball on the side, and has a really cool wing sticking up there in the back. That looks really cool. I like that. So I'm really curious to see. I know the regular variants of this car are actually really, really fast. So I'm curious to see how the Hot Wheel ID version does, especially with like these wheels and everything. So that'll be kind of exciting to race. And then we get down to some of my favorites coming up. So we have, let's go ahead and open up the 1971 Lamborghini Mirror SV. I did want to keep this one to collect. However, I don't know if you guys can see it on the package. Let's see, there's like some big gouges and stuff right there. There's even some more like big scrapes and stuff on the back. This is how I did buy it. So I bought it with the intent of opening it. So that doesn't really bother me too much. But there's also some more damage here on the sides. Oh, wow. And this green is just absolutely amazing. Wow. This looks really, really nice. I really like that. And I believe the original one is actually in like this green. So that looks really cool as well. Wow. I really love the Lamborghini Miura. It's just such a cool car, and it was such an iconic car. For Lamborghini, especially becoming like the big company that they are. They couldn't have done it without the Miura. And next we got the 2016 Lamborghini Centenario Roadster. This one is one that I thought like, maybe it'll go up in value over time, become a collector piece. But also it would be kind of cool just to be able to race it. And I love Lamborghinis so much. And being able to race them on the track is actually one of my favorite things. So being able to have this to race is going to be really cool. Man, I really love that like maroon color. Has the Hot Wheel ID logo right there on top. But the attention to detail in this car is amazing. Hot Wheels did a really good job with that. And yeah, let me know what you guys think of that one. And then next up we have a silver Audi R8 LMS, and I believe this was a Target exclusive. So let's go ahead and bust this open. It actually is in like great condition. There's nothing wrong with the packaging on this. But honestly, just looking through the little window, this looked absolutely amazing, and I knew that I definitely had to unbox it and be able to race it for you guys. But boom, look at that. It has the red windows there, all those decals. It looks absolutely crazy. Decals down the side, but also look at that giant wing. So the back end of this car looks really good as well. The detail, like on the vents, the exhaust and everything. Like I said, that giant wing that just sticks up really high. The detail on the front end, it just looks absolutely incredible. I just really love like the race car look on cars. So seeing like race car Hot Wheels is definitely amazing to me. But we don't only have the silver one. We also have the Audi R8 LMS in black. So we're going to go ahead and bust this one open as well. This one's also like in perfect condition. And some people are probably going to be mad at me for doing this. I'm a little mad at myself for doing this, but here we go. Let me pop this out of here. Wow, this looks incredible as well. The color on that looks really good. It's like a black, but almost like a dark kind of charcoal color. And then it does have a red bottom. Regular windows, but the striping looks pretty cool. And man, that looks really good. Even has like the little Audi logo on the end of the wing right there. And then the wheels look really cool as well. Man, that looks amazing. So let me know which one of these you guys like more. I think the silver one has a lot more detail, but some people kind of like more simplistic. But I think they both look amazing. But that is all the cars right there. But put down in the comments down below which one of these was your favorite. And also kind of what do you think of certain ones. I know some people like other ones over different ones. I know some people might not like the more generic ones. They like the more real licensed cars. But also don't forget to check out my merch store. Link in the description down below. Go pick up some of these like Hot Wheel Mainlines. I don't have any Hot Wheel ID cars on there, but I do have RLC Premium and Monster Trucks as well. But if you guys like the video, definitely go down and hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. But as always, thank you for watching.